What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? So listen, we back for Married to Medicine, and I sat here and looked at some of my programs that was supposed to be coming on tonight, and I was just clicking through my guide, and you know what? I just really got in my feelings for a second because I realized, it really, really hit me that Pose is really over. There will be no Pose review after this. And it's just like, oh my God, why? You know what I'm saying? Damn you, COVID. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. Truth be told, I forgot to put this up in my post. Y'all finna get this. Fuck this. Y'all finna get this. You know when Pray Tell, if you didn't watch it, close your ears. You know when Pray Tell went, okay, ain't nobody called Damon. Damon could have popped up. Damon could have popped up and said, "Oh my God, oh my God!" Like I could have synced all that, but no, we didn't get that. We didn't get that. I understand. I understand what was going on, but they could have telephoned him and at least let us hear the conversation. Let us hear him break down or something. That would have made it extra sad for me. But I'm just saying, include the whole fucking family. Anyway, moving on from that. Married to Medicine. Married to Medicine, season 8, baby girls and boys. Episode 15, Jekyll Island, part 1. Okay, listen. We got one more episode next week. I think that's the season finale. And then we got, I think, a 2-part reunion. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. I ain't got nothing else to watch on Sundays besides the Shy in this. So I'm okay with it. All I'm gonna say right about now is bring Quiet back as a regular cast member, okay? Because Quiet has been having me laughing, and I don't remember if she's been this funny to me. Like she just feels more like she's free, okay, or she's being herself and she can just be more fun. I don't know what it is, but it just feels that way with me. Maybe it's just this episode, I don't know, but bring her back as a full cast member. She ain't got shit else to do. Anyway, moving on. I sound like Toya. She ain't got shit else to do. So they on their way to Jekyll Island, okay, this little resort or whatever they going to, for their little cash trip. And at this point, they got into the argument. Lisa Nicole and Heavenly got into that argument last week, and the last thing that Heavenly said to Lisa Nicole after Lisa Nicole came at her, she was like, "Yo, mama, bitch," then Lisa Nicole this week talked about something, "You's a bully, bitch, you's a dumb bully, bitch." I said, what in the precious is going on? Why are y'all doing this? Mind you, I didn't realize that they was driving 9 hours from Atlanta to the Jekyll Island place, all right? Bitch, I'm not finna be on a bus with a bitch I can't stand for that long, okay, bitch? I can see you and dip the fuck off, all right? Like Dr. Heavenly said, bitch, I got an Uber car, okay? I got a fucking Uber car. Get me off the bus then. Get me off the bus then. I said, y'all are dumb. Y'all are fucking dumb. What is going on? Called the girl a bully bitch and then said, that's why your practice only get 2 stars. I hear what people be saying about you as a dentist and all this shit. You only got 2 stars. Here come Quiet up in the confessional. Smiles by Dr. Heavenly. She got 3.9 stars. And truth be told, it's showing 4 stars. So they need to just go ahead and round that up to 4 stars, okay? Ting! I said, these people are just, you can't help but fucking laugh, okay? Because at the end of the day, they got into that argument. And it's like, where can you go? You going to sit there and just be pissed off for the whole time? No. It was like nothing happened because everybody went back to joking, went back to having a good time. Heavenly talking about Quiet's ass. They go, get up there, they eating little fruits and stuff and kikiing with one another. They go to the gas station, bitch. They had Jackie go out there and fill that RV up. Now I said, how long was Jackie standing out there trying to figure out what a pump was and how to do this or whatever? Because Mama was opening up every drawer, every thing up on there, and I said, driver couldn't get out and be like, the gas tank is in the back. The gas handle is in the back. That's what you need to go to. Go in the back, turn it this way, put the regular in, and all that shit. We could have saved some time. She spent $100 of her money, and she got that shit back. Cause truth be told, bitch, y'all would have put in on the gas too, okay? Granted, we ain't driving this motherfucker, but the least that we can do is all put in on the gas, okay? So you give me 20, you give me 20, bitch, you give me 20. At least Nicole said, listen, I donated the goddamn car, so it is what it is. I would have said the same thing, but I got you on the next round. Quiet, go get some snacks or whatever. Just making fun about how Dr. Jackie, she wanted some flaming hot Doritos and shit like that. She was like, I knew you was a hood girl. Okay, you can take the girl out the hood, but you can't take the hood out the girl. I mean, truth be told, because I was sitting here like, what? That's a hood thing now? I guess, whatever. But when you think about it, back in the day, especially where I come from, That's all we ate. You know what I'm saying? I ain't really know white people, no shade. And maybe that's my ignorance or whatever. Up until now, I ain't never really seen white people eat flaming hots or, shit like that. Especially flaming hots. And then the potato chips that we have out here in Chicago that I mostly see in a black area or urban area, black and brown area, okay? Because usually it just be, flaming hots for us black and brown folks, okay? That's what we used to eat. Put some cheese on that bitch, put a little bit of, ground beef, put a little bit of jalapeno peppers or something like that or whatever. We sauce that shit up, okay? Now it's every fucking where. But maybe. But, they get back on the bus and they get to the thing, baby. They was on there for fucking from whatever time they left. It was light outside, and it was the next morning when they got there. It was like 4 something in the morning when they got there. I said, girl, I mean, I could have did it. I could have did it because at least they had space. I went on a couple of road trips before, one from Atlanta, one from here to Philly, from Chicago to Philly. That's like 12 hours, 14 hours or whatever. And we went nonstop. And then from Chicago to Atlanta, which is like probably 10 hours if you drive, we went nonstop. Bitch, it was the most uncomfortable thing because, I'm a big bitch, okay? And so I gotta... when I say big, I'm tall as well. Okay, I'm tall as well. So these legs gotta stretch the fuck out, and I was in a little ass car. You know what I'm saying? With people, I don't even fuck with no more these days. Girl, that is crazy. I should give y'all a story time about some shit. But I ain't gonna do that. Let me stop. But anyway, they get there, and I said, okay, so, the spot looked cool or whatever. And I said, let's have a good time. Let's get into some good stuff. So it's the next morning. You got Simone in the bed talking to Cecil. You know what I'm saying? The fact that them girls was able to wake up at a decent time, bitch, it would not be me because, baby. But then again, I have, and that's so crazy. When I don't need to wake up early, I will wake up early as if I have to go to work at a certain time. And it's always as if I have to go to work at the earliest time I have to go to work, because I have, my schedule alternates during the days, okay? And, I've been asleep at 4 o'clock and woken up at 9 and then be up and at them, okay? That's what it is, But she talked to Cecil about shit. Toya gets on the phone, talk to Eugene. And right when she talked to Eugene about how she don't want no more drama or whatever happening because she told him about the argument and stuff that happened between Heavenly and I hope this is not crooked, but whatever. It looks a little bit, but y'all get it. Heavenly and Lisa. Because now I'm using my stance and somebody was like, you shaking it too much, you shaking it. Shut the fuck up. Anyway, I be cussing y'all out. I'm so sorry. Y'all, listen, we family. So listen, we gonna get it. Cuss me out again too. Anyway, so it's all up. But yeah, just talking about how the drama happened and she just not for the drama anymore. And it's just so crazy how all of a sudden she's not for the drama when she's been part of most of the drama. Okay? And, especially when it comes to Heavenly, they trade bars back and forth. Previous to that, you got Dr. Jackie went up into Heavenly's room and she was getting on her with all the goddamn candy that she had. She was like, listen, you shouldn't have this much candy, but I'm a dentist. I get my teeth cleaned every week. That don't mean shit, bitch. Okay? You can still have cavities, all right? No matter how many times you get your teeth cleaned or whatever, first of all, I feel like you taking advantage, but, it is what it is. You a dentist, you probably can do that. Your insurance pay for it. So, hey, do what you got to do. Bitch, a dentist will tell you to use up your insurance. I'll never forget when I was about to get off my mom's insurance, they was like, go ahead and get all the work done that you need to go ahead and get done so that you can use up that insurance before you get kicked the fuck off. I was like, all right. Bitch, let me tell y'all what happened. Speaking of dentists, remember I told you that I got that feeling up in my goddamn tooth? The temporary feeling? Bitch, temporary meant a couple of days, okay? I got it in June 2nd, bitch. The shit came out today. I said, I just wasted money on some shit that was for what? For fucking what? But anyway, moving on from there. So she was talking about that. Dr. Jackie had to tell her, this whole situation going on with Toya. I was about to call her Trina. Going on with Toya, their situation, and maybe you need to go out there and talk, and both of them are in the wrong, and, they both coming from her places and shit and all that stuff. But Heavenly was like, this girl can do stuff to other people, but then want other people to apologize and make up with her. But Heavenly understood where she was coming from. And just to, I guess, to bring down the drama of the trip or whatever, and not bring the trip down, she went out there and she spoke to Toya, and they had a decent talk, a talk that they should have been had. Now, is it genuine? I feel like it's genuine to a point on Toya's side. With Heavenly, you just don't know, because like Toya pointed out earlier in the season, Heavenly would say, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, you know what I'm saying? And then do the same thing over again. And Toya was telling her how you'd make jokes about stuff. And she was like, I do. I mean, maybe I have, maybe I haven't. I'm like, girl, you have. Okay. And she was just telling her how when we first came down here, we looked up to you and Damon as a couple. You know what I'm saying? Eugene was just getting started as an ER doctor. And, you know, they looked up to Damon and them or whatever, as they had their businesses going, the way that they could work their household and their family and stuff like that. And then it got to a point where Toya admitted, I'm the one that brought up the finances, but then you took it and you start making jokes about it, and it was just like, why are you making jokes and stuff? And it just became mean and everything. But Heavenly had to tell Toya, you've been mean too. You know what I'm saying? So they're calling out each other false. They see where they're going wrong. They're trying to correct the situation. And it went well. And I hope it stays that way for at least a minute. And it probably hasn't, but who knows? Because I don't watch the lives and stuff that they do on Instagram and shit like that. I don't. So y'all can probably tell me if these people cool or not. But anyway, so they got over that, and that was real nice. That was real nice. That's what we needed. Then we get Quiet and Dr. Jackie. They up in their room or whatever. They look nice. Dr. Jackie got her little summer dress on. Quiet got her little pants and her little tube top and a shawl on or whatever with her purse and her hat. And then here come Contessa with this yellow spaghetti strap bodycon looking tight dress with some little sandals on. She was like, girl, I ain't know, listen, this casual wear. I said, bitch, casual wear to go where? Walk on the beach or go to a club, ho? Which one is this? But the body look right. Listen, Contessa has always, given me, she has let a girl go down on her before, or she has gone down on a bitch before. I'm just telling, am I the only one who got that vibe? Okay? Am I the only one who has gotten that vibe? Like, she just give me that, dominant, aggressive femme. You know what I'm saying? Like, she be tearing Scott ass up. All right? Like, she probably be pegging that nigga. I don't know. Like, she just gives me that vibe. I don't know. At least put a finger up. Let me tickle your ball. She just gives me, I'm dominant. There's nothing submissive. But then again, she gives me also, she could be dominant, but then she can be submissive. Girl, let me tell you, let me stop. I can get into some things, but I ain't gonna do that. Anyway, so she gets out there, they go out on the beach talking or whatever, and she proceeds to let them know, girl, let me tell you this. So Scott talking about something, let me tell you something. First of all, it was kind of weird the way that it came up, and I've been thinking about it, and it's weird. I said, no, bitch, it ain't weird, it's fucked up. That's what it is, okay? You can spot the bullshit. Contessa, you smart, okay? You smart as shit, all right? So let's have some common sense smarts, all right? You know, when your husband told you that I was talking to a life coach that I ain't been paying for the past 6 or 7 months, and she a woman, bitch, you know that something ain't right about that situation. And Quiet was sitting there like, bitch, what? She had to repeat the shit to make sure it made sense up in her mind, because it just don't sound. She was like, do you know if he cheating? You think he cheating? I don't know. I said, Contessa, bitch, stop playing. You know something up. So, they continue this conversation, and basically, she said she don't know or believe that Scott is cheating. And I'm sitting here like, girl, stop it. And then she goes into saying that the kids know something is up, okay? Because at one point, I think little Layla or something was like, daddy has a girlfriend or something like that. And I'm just like, what? Contessa. And I understand, we can't just tell, when couples get into it or whatever, and the thing is, you'd be like, go ahead and get a divorce while you stand or whatever. It's a more complicated issue when you have kids involved, and even when you don't have kids involved, it can get complicated and it's not that easy. But when Contessa is talking, she was just like, maybe I could just wait it out. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking that maybe it can get better, because they was like, do you want the marriage, and you trying to work it out? And it seems more so like Contessa is putting forth all the effort trying to work this marriage out and get it back on track. And Scott is just like, whatever. Maybe we just not seeing his side of things yet, but all we're seeing is hers. So that's why we judging from that point of view. But her thing is, she wants her relationship. She wants her relationship so bad, and she wants it to get back on track. And I don't know if she feels as though she can never love somebody like she loves Scott, or be with somebody like she been with Scott, or whatever, or nobody would choose her like Scott did. I don't know what it is, what is a mental thing that's going on, because it happens. And when you're in a relationship, sometimes you think that way. You know what I'm saying? Is it worth it? Can I just wait it out? And that's what she want to do. She said, sometimes I be thinking like, can I just wait it out? And maybe one day he will finally change. And plus they got kids, and basically want to stay there for the sake of the kids. And I'm sitting here like, no, Contessa, no. I get it. I get it. And this is coming from somebody that is not married, do not have children. But I do know, because what I've seen, I don't have to be married and I don't have to have children to see these things and see the effect that it will eventually have on the kids. You cannot stay, just like having a child does not keep you together. We going through some issues and all that stuff, so let's have a baby. And that's going to bring us together. No, that's not going to keep you together in all cases, okay? Staying together because you already have children, just so that the kids won't have a go without a two-parent household, that's not going to work either sometimes, because the kids can feel that. You already say the kids know something is off, something is wrong. They can feel the energy that y'all are faking the funk just to keep them there, okay? And it's going to affect them later on in life. It may not seem like it's doing something now, but it could possibly affect them later on in life. And that can be a part of the childhood trauma that they have. We see daddy and mama going through their things, but they acting like they don't know that we know, and it's affecting us because we know that they don't love each other the way that they want to. We know some issues is going on the way that, and they think that we don't know it. It can happen, and that does happen, and you don't want that shit to be piled up on the kids. And I know you're probably better off apart. I don't know, and I don't want to vouch and put out there for divorce, but the way y'all going, I just, like Dr. Jackie said, she keep putting out these hints like something is big and going on. Something got to give at this point. You crying all the time to your girlfriends about what's going on. Clearly, you're not happy. Clearly, he's not happy. Something has to give, and y'all have to wake up and come to face the truth of the matter. That's what it is, okay? And I feel like y'all just not trying to face that truth yet. Meanwhile, all the ladies, they're getting together. You got Jackie and Simone getting together on the little patio or whatever. Simone telling Jackie about, when she brought the boys there at one point, because Jackie said she never been this far out of Georgia or whatever, or I should say Atlanta. Is it Georgia? Are they in another city in Georgia, or are they in outside of Georgia? Girl, whichever. She ain't never been that far away in that area. Okay, so she was talking about that. Then here comes Contessa and Toya. I'm still baffled by the fact that they're cool, and they're really cool. They got their drinks or whatever. They come down there. I think Carrie, them, all of them start coming down there. I don't know who was there, but either way, they start kikiing about a little message or whatever that Eugene had sent Toya, and it was talking about their neighborhood, because in their neighborhood it's a lot of people that voted for Trump or whatever, and they got Trump signs and stuff or whatever. And so it was this meme about if you see a Trump sign on somebody saying make America great or keep it great, and you see this sign or whatever about Trump or whatever, it's you basically putting out there that you're a racist or some shit like that. And Toya found that was funny, so they go into the whole thing about that, and they judge us, and we ain't never been to jail. We ain't never do this. And Jackie said, Jackie, you ain't have to put Simone T out there like that. Jackie said, girl, Simone, I ain't meant to do this. But, Simone, they was like, Simone went to jail. And then Toya was like, yeah, I went to jail too. I mean, I got caught by the cops. Listen, I used to shoplift. Okay, I shoplift on Wet n Wild lipstick, lip gloss, whatever, and stuck it up my arm, stuck it up my sleeve or whatever. Got caught. And my mama whooped my ass right there in front of the police. And the police was like, damn, if I would have known your mama was going to whoop your ass like that, I would never took your ass in. Bitch, actions have consequences. Toya admitted what she did. I ain't Toya from Detroit. If she is, it's understandable. I get it, bitch. Midwest, Chicago, Detroit, all of that shit. It's understandable. We do some shit like that. Girl, I used to shoplift, CDs from Walmart. I told y'all that story all the fucking time, bitch. One of the first CDs that I shoplifted from Walmart was Rihanna's first CD. Okay, girl, I played that shit the fuck out. Pung pung the replay. Girl, listen, fuck that. Fuck that. It's understandable. It's a rite of passage. It's a rite of passage. So, it was Quiet, Jackie, Simone, Toya. They were the four that was up there, and Contessa 5. So them was the ones that was talking, and then Dr. Heavenly comes along. Toya was talking about some, thank you for the room and all that stuff. We had, a good night, but she was like, I'm sad to say this. I did get up there, and I was like, damn, I'm alone because they're there without their husbands. And then when Heavenly sat down, she was like, yeah, I was alone. My bed was big, whatever. I like my bed, and I did what Quiet did. She played with herself. Okay, a little masturbation here or there. It was cute. To have girlfriends and friends that you can just be open with, that's what everybody should strive for to a certain extent, because sometimes, you can think that you got a good group of people and they can tell your business right afterwards, or be judging your ass, so it's a slippery slope sometimes, okay? But it's cool. They was waiting on Anila to come. First of all, I had forgot all about Anila. No shade. But, who was it? I think it was Toya who brought up this question. She was like, cause then Carrie and them started showing up. Carrie and Lisa Nicole, girl, fuck them. I don't even understand why they're back. Why are they back? Okay, I understand that they was there for Toya, but Toya, no, okay? They just add no value to this show, for real, especially Carrie, But at this point, Toya asks, so if something happened to your husband, who would you allow, no, if something happened to you and you're no longer here, who would you want your husband to be with, allow them to be with, or whatever? And so, I think Contessa said she would let her husband be with, was it Contessa? I think it was Contessa. Either way, she said he could be with, Angela Bassett and Viola Davis. I was like, all right, cool. I see that, but Viola is married and Angela Bassett is married as well. Okay, and they've been in loving relationships for the past few years. But all right, bitch, Angela Bassett look good. Viola Davis be looking good too. Okay, listen, there's some bad motherfuckers right there. You know what I'm saying? And Angela Bassett, she like 60 something. Mama still be fucking it up out here in these streets, okay? Like, bitch, I like older women, and I never thought about that old, but girl, I give you a time. But anyway, let me stop. That's disrespectful. I'm respect her. I like her really much. Anyway, so then, somebody was like, Toya, they said that you, I think Carrie said, Toya, they said that you would let Heavenly come in. Girl, she said, no, ma'am. Here go Heavenly. Now, let me tell you something. Y'all just made up, right? You just made up. And here she go in a confession. She would be lucky to get me with Eugene. Eugene would be lucky to have me because, bitch, I cook. Okay, I clean. I work. You know what I'm saying? I work and I'm good in bed, too. I said, you know what? Wait to see all that, okay? Wait to see all that. Anila finally shows up. She was like, what took her so long is the fact that she took a COVID test and it came back inconclusive. And so she had to take another one to see what was going on. And it finally came back negative. So now the girls are about to go get ready for dinner. And in the midst of them getting ready for dinner, we got Quad, Simone, and Jackie kikiing it together. And, they catching Simone up on what happened with what Contessa told them, about Scott and her marriage and everything. Meanwhile, while she's over there talking, they talking about her and basically like, we need to get a girl, have a little girlfriend type of situation to see what's going on with them and try to get them together and, to fix their stuff. And, Jack was like, this a little slippery slope because sometimes you don't want nobody getting involved into your relationship. But they also realized that if it wasn't for the group of girls, Simone would have been divorced by now. And Jackie would have been divorced too because of their situation. We went through a whole season where Curtis cheated, and even Jackie said she missed the red flags. You know what I'm saying? Where Curtis cheated and Jackie was going through her issues, where Simone and Cecil were going through their rough time where they was debating, Simone was debating about, leaving him and filing for divorce. We remember that whole saga. It wasn't good, but it was some real shit. And then, of course, Quiet went through what she went through. It was like different ways of handling the situation. And so she got different perspectives, but, they want to see what they can do to help her out. And Quiet, I think, was it Quiet or them? Somebody that said, why don't we, because they was like, how about I call Cecil and have the guys go out with Scott or whatever, and then Quiet, somebody go say, how about we just bring them out here? I said, ma'am, I thought it was supposed to be a girl trip. I thought it was supposed to be a girls trip. What? Leave the husbands at home, a girls trip for half the trip, and then bring the husbands here? I said, all right, if that's what you want to do. Meanwhile, Contessa's on the phone with the kids on FaceTime with Scott. And little Layla was like, listen, mommy, I was like, let's call, I wanted to call you. And I was like, call Dr. Scott. She said, call Dr. Scott's girlfriend. And then she said, which one? Now, who she was saying said that? Was that saying that one of the girls, the little sister said that? Or was it Siri that said that? And then, it was, I think it was one of the kids, okay? And the fact that Scott is just laying there just saying it was a joke and all that stuff and just not, taking it serious. Like Contessa said, you don't need to be saying that, all right? That's not what you should be saying. First of all, Contessa is not a girlfriend. Contessa is his wife, okay? Granted, that's his kids or whatever, but he should have corrected that and shouldn't allowed them. That didn't sit well. That didn't sit well. The nonchalantness about it, it's just like maybe you are doing something, maybe you're not, but don't you understand how this could possibly make your wife feel, okay? Everything is not a joking matter, especially when we're going through stuff, And Contessa is a better woman than me, bitch. Because I would have cussed his ass out, would have hung up that phone, played it off or whatever. But I sure would have called his ass later on that night and said, what the fuck? Okay, bitch, I just couldn't let that shit go on. But they gonna have to do something. So everybody comes down. They get on 3 different golf cars. You got Heavenly, Simone, and Jackie on one. You got Anila and Quiet on the other, and then you got Toya and the rest of the girls on the other one. Okay, they just joking about how Heavenly and them, they like the old Golden Girls or whatever, and so they get to the place where they having dinner. And it was a nice setup. It really was, and they was just having a good time. And girl, I forget whatever stuff that they was talking about, but let's just get into the questions and stuff like that. Carrie wants to bring up a game. Carrie was like, let's have this game. We're going to do this game or whatever, call rumors or whatever. But at one point, no. Heavenly had said something about Toya and her relationship and how, she wants to basically make it public that she is proud of Toya. And, we argue a lot in public, so why not me just say her accomplishments in public and stuff like that. And Toya was taken aback because she was like, damn, was Heavenly really listening to me? I'm so shocked. Like, I got chills at this moment. Like, okay, I'll take that, so maybe they really are trying to put forth the effort to do stuff. And then they was just making jokes about Heavenly supposedly moving into her neighborhood and how that's gonna be if that was to happen, asking if Carrie still got her same home, and Carrie said yeah, but they're about to sell it because it's too big for them and shit like that. Carrie takes it upon herself to want to say, let's do this game called rumors. Okay, I want everybody to write down some of the rumors that you heard about everybody else. Don't put your name on the thing. We just gonna talk as random. Okay. One of the things was Toya. Is her name Toya or is it Latoya? Is it really just Toya? Because I just want to call her Latoya so bad. But Toya, is it true that you're bisexual? Okay. And Heavenly was like, yeah, I mean, she said it. Toya said, I ain't never said that. But then they played a clip from one of the reunions where she said she had a creative sex life before Eugene. So, she may have dibbled and dabbled. That don't necessarily mean that she bisexual. She probably, but then again, when I hear bisexual, I hear I will have sex and probably be in a relationship with both sex, okay? I don't necessarily consider it best. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird because I was about to say, just because you want to have sex with the same sex for just good fun or whatever. I mean, you could say it's bisexual. I would just literally say it's fluid. Okay, she's fluid. That's what I would say. But yeah. Let me tell you something. When you get into them labels and shit, it can get a lot. It can get a lot. But they talked about that. Then it was this one rumor. Did you quit? Did Quiet kiss you? No. Did you kiss? Is it true that Quiet kissed you? Kissed Toya, whatever. And I want to know because I was too drunk. So we know that it was Toya that did it. And basically she confirmed it, and Quad, she was like, I was just concerned. I was just really surprised because of all the stuff that was being put out there about Quad. Remember when Lisa Nicole had put it out there that Quad supposedly had some lesbian relationships or whatever? And if she did, so the fuck what? Okay. But she was like, yeah, I probably did or whatever. She said, shit, hell, I kiss Simone all the time. That's what the French do. And then here go Heavenly. But it's so much sexier when you do it with Toya. I said, I mean, I like to see it. Woo! Let me stop. Anyway, so then they get into bitch, they asked Anila, are you good with a budget? Is it true that you can't budget? And Toya said for sure she didn't write that shit. But we already know the answer that she is not. Then they said, is it true that Carrie and Lisa Nicole stole your money, stole $400 in the DC trip? Because at the DC trip, when they went there for the March on Washington, $400 left her purse, okay? And Carrie and Toya and them, they was the one, and Lisa Nicole, they was using her room to get ready or whatever. She couldn't find the $400. And they was joking about it, but Anila really did think that one of them took it. And Contessa was up in the confessional like, $400 ain't shit to Lisa Nicole. Like you doing all this over $400, that ain't nothing. I said, bitch, what? Goddamn, I'm broke. I want to get to a point where I say $400 ain't nothing, bitch. $100 is something. Listen, every single money is something to me. Okay, listen, I will hold on to that shit, bitch. I said $400 ain't nothing, girl. I can do a lot with $400. What are you talking about? Okay, she was like, but that ain't shit to Lisa Nicole. All right, so no, and of course them two about to get into it. Like, girl, I don't need that. You need to do this. And I was like, oh my god. Now, Carrie, why did you bring up this messy ass game? This messy ass game. So, they get into it, okay? And basically what she was trying to say was, you probably did steal my $400, and if I can't prove that you stole my $400, you sure enough didn't send me the money for the blogging shit that I did. And see, this is what y'all gonna get. Y'all gonna come to understand not to do business with certain people, and Lisa Nicole is one of them. I'm not saying, it's like go at your own risk, but let me tell you something. Lisa Nicole, is at fault because you acting as if that girl did not blog your shit, okay? As if she did not put your stuff in the Instagram story, and you acting like you never saw it when they showed us on the show her sitting at the goddamn town hall meeting shit or whatever it was, and her showing you the picture, and you was saying, oh girl, let me see. She tagged you in it and everything, okay? She told you that she was gonna blog the shit. You said that you was gonna fucking pay her for it, because she said that she wasn't gonna do it for free. And I even gave you credit for saying that you was gonna go ahead and pay her for it. That was on you, all right? But Anila, this is where you fucked up at, okay? Because I learned to think about invoice. I never did anything that involved an invoice or somebody telling me, to write an invoice until I work with OWN. OWN had me to do promotion for one of their shows or whatever, and the person that I was communicating with, they said, send me an invoice so that I can, get your money out there. They made sure I sent them an invoice, okay? And I never had anybody say nothing like that. They just go ahead and just send the money right away. Now, truth be told, Lisa Nicole could have just cashed out the money right then and there or whatever the fuck. But at the same time, Anila, I don't understand how you are doing business if you this big of a blogger or whatever, and you talking about some, when I do my stuff, they send me an invoice or whatever. They say they gonna send me an invoice, and then they send me the invoice, and that's what's it. No, bitch, like Simone said, if I was out here saying to my patients to send me an invoice, do you think I'd be getting paid? No, I would be getting fucking bankrupt, okay? And Lisa Nicole was like, well, bitch, if I'm supposed to pay your ass, you're supposed to give me the invoice, and I'm waiting on the invoice, okay? Because technically speaking, it's like you doing it for free, okay? Now, Anila, you dropped the ball on that part. Send the bitch the invoice so you can create a paper trail, so we can create tax shit or whatever, so that we can get a receipt, so that we can know that the services was paid for and it was sent out. And then if she ignores that invoice, then you can have an issue that you didn't get your money, but you did send the invoice selling that you supposed to have got this shit. I said, girl, how you don't know about this, bitch? I'm doing a game or whatever, you know, getting money and getting paid for doing my shit. But I even know that shit. You send a fucking invoice so you can do that shit for taxes and stuff, okay? Girl, what's going on? I said, Anila, that ain't how you do it. That's why people say you got issues with money, but that ain't even here nor there. Next thing you know, they get off the subject about her and her carrying her. Lisa Nicole and Anita get up into the whole thing about Toya. She needed an apology from Toya. She heard, you know, and then Choir bring up, well, her issue is that, you know, she did hear that you was talking about her to people in the subdivision that she haven't even moved into yet. I said, oh my God, here we go again. Here we go again. And I was with Toya. She was like, it's like a soap opera she want to do. You know, it's like she want attention and everything. And I get Anila's grievances, okay? But it's a time and a place. And I guess she felt like, well, since, bitch, we arguing, let's put the shit out there. I don't know who brought it up. I don't even remember. But, like, I would have been Dr. Jackie. Dr. Jackie shut that shit down. She said, bitch, let's go. Everybody get the fuck up out of here. Toya said, damn, we can't even get dessert. She said, nah, because I ain't finna sit here for another hour and listen to y'all rehash the shit all over again. Nope, we are not about to do that. I said, I agree. Let's go. Check. Okay? But that was the end of the episode. Y'all tell me how y'all feel. The season finale comes on next week. And I'll see y'all there. Peace.